Full match day build-up here on Forever United TV. This is your warm-up video looking ahead to the Everton game this evening, everybody. Welcome along to Forever United TV. I'm Adam. Please get into the comment section. Give me your thoughts, give me your feelings, give me your vibes ahead of this massive game tonight for Manchester United. I know every game is massive, but after the results this weekend, as we discussed earlier on this morning on the new show, Manchester United have a great opportunity this evening to really extend their league and push for Champions League, cementing their position in not just fourth, but closing the gap on Aston Villa in third position also. And with massive games coming up, including Villa, who are third, and Chelsea, who are fifth in the next week, this is big for Manchester United. Not just tonight. This could be the catalyst to everything that Manchester United then go on and do in this last 12 games of the season. A win tonight just puts United firmly in that favourites bracket to make Champions League football. Everything is on Champions League football for Manchester United. It's crucial now that we do put the pedal to the metal and take advantage of these gaps and these breaks and the fitness of players coming back. We will see, obviously, later on if indeed there is any movement with Mason Mount and him being back in the squad. We'll keep an eye on all the news as we get closer to kick-off, and that is what we're looking ahead to tonight. Does Benjamin Sesko start for Manchester United tonight, everybody? That is the question. That's what we're looking at. And that's what I want to ask everyone in the comment section who's live with us. And of course, if you are watching this later on, you might be working and then looking at this later on in the afternoon before kickoff, building up to the game itself. Does Benjamin Sesko, first of all, warrant a place in the side just from his form alone? I think yes, because I think this is going to be a similar game as you're going to get to that West Ham one. Nuno was a low block. I think David... Excuse me. That was an ill-timed sneeze to kickstart the show today. But going back to what I was saying, David Moyes, I think, is going to be very, very similar to Nuno in his approach to this game. I do think that Benjamin Sesko plays into what was the issue with Michael Carrick's setup. Not so much the setup. The players struggle. I have no idea what's going on with the sneezes. I do apologise, but the problem we had against West Ham was not putting the ball in the box and being hit by that low block. Get it out wide and cross the ball in the box, and there's your 6'6" centre forward towering above everybody else in the box to head us home. Something a little bit different in our approach and our attack, and I think that is probably why Benjamin Sesko, in a lot of Manchester United fans' opinions, warrants a start tonight. So when he's come on, he got that goal against West Ham, saved us a point. He's come on, got us the goal against Fulham, got us 3 points. So effectively, over this run for Michael Carrick, he's played as much of a part and a role off the bench as anybody else in terms of the scoreline anyway. Overall performance, obviously players that have been starting obviously have more of an impact to get that. But in terms of the scoreline and the results, he has played a huge part. He's been patient, he's trained hard, he's waited for an opportunity. And the first mishap, let's call it, against West Ham that we had last week was probably I think the first time that any Man United fan had doubts. And I've seen plenty of Manchester United fans worrying about tonight for that reason and what's coming and how difficult it's going to be for Manchester United. So, yeah, I can fully see why you would put Benjamin Sesko in. The big question is who comes out. It's got to be Cunha or Ahmad. And I think between them two, you've got to decide. Well, I don't think he'll leave Mbeumo out. That's why I'm saying it. I mean, Mbeumo wasn't fantastic, but Cunha was probably worse against West Ham. I mean, Mbeumo got the assist with that ball in. And I think his form under Michael Carrick from the start has been better than Cunha's form from the start. Cunha's been great off the bench, by the way. So maybe tonight is a good chance for Michael Carrick to mix it up, start with Sesko as the target man, and give Everton a little bit something more to think about, because he will occupy that defence more than what Bryan Mbeumo did in terms of balls into the box, his presence, his height. They won't be as tight, I don't think, to Benjamin Sesko as they was to Mbeumo, because they're not expecting that build-up. And it was easy for the defence because Mbeumo dropped off. I think Benjamin Sesko will be a bit more direct and get into the box, so maybe that would then create the space for our flair players like Bruno, Ahmad and Mbeumo on the other side, which I think is his best position anyway, to really make an impact on the game and have a real effect, because they didn't in that last game. They were outnumbered and I think out-tacticked in that area, and I think Sesko just occupies people more You can't leave the man alone. If Mbeumo drops off, then there's no one in the box for Manchester United, and it's easy to mark that. Defenders will step out because there's no one in behind, and Bruno couldn't make them runs against West Ham. So effectively, I think Benjamin Sesko being there, being more of a number 9, natural 9, he goes into the box, he occupies defenders, and he makes them think a little bit more. And obviously, I think that then gives the freedom to the other forwards in Amad, Bruno and Mbeumo. It could be Cunha. Like, you let me know what you would pick. In terms of the team, this is how I would go with it. I'm not going to say this is a fully predicted lineup, but I actually think that this is what is going to happen. I mean, it's up to, obviously, Michael Carrick. I don't see the midfield. I don't see the defence changing much. I think everyone's fit. Why change it? They've had enough break. There's no need to. I don't think he will do. I think Dello will start again. I mean, I didn't rate him in that game against West Ham. I thought he was poor, but I think it wasn't enough to drop him out the side. I think he'll just go with what he knows at the moment, and I think that's where we're going to be. I think it will be on Dello to perform again and hold his place. I think one more poor performance against Everton this evening, and you might see a change come Sunday against Crystal Palace, where maybe Mazraoui steps in. I think Carrick will give him the chance anyway. Back four stays the same, obviously, with Shaw, Leachart and Maguire in there. Kobbie Mainoo and Casemiro in the 2 holding pivot roles in midfield. Bruno in at 10. And then this is where we change it. It's Amad on the left or the right. I think Mbeumo would be better on the right. Amad's a bit more versatile and can bring something a bit different down the left-hand side. Of course, Amad can play all the way across at the back line, so options are there for us on that one. I think Mbeumo's better on the right if he's playing, and have Amad on the left-hand side. He might change it up. He might just flip it and go either side. And then Benjamin Sesko comes in up top. I think that gives us the better option. I think, obviously, in terms of the understanding between Bruno and Sesko in previous games, we've seen that. Mbeumo put the cross in for Sesko for that goal against West Ham. And I think Amad's probably got a better chance of getting to the byline and crossing it than what Matthias Cunha has. I'm not saying Cunha can't play this role either. And if he starts, I'm not going to be overly disappointed. I just think to change it up a bit and give Everton a little bit more food for thought and worrying about what's going to happen, I do think that this would benefit all of our forward players, because Sesko's going to get deliveries and service, and the other 3, like I said, Amad, Bruno and Mbeumo would get that freedom, would get a little bit more space than what they had against West Ham in that last game. And then obviously you've got Kobbie Mainoo and Casemiro to join the party. No real need for an over commitment from the back line in this. I think we'll get overlapping runs more from the likes of Dalot, but I think Kobbie Mainoo joining that attack. It's a 5-prong attack there then for Manchester United. Casemiro may be arriving late when we're pushing it. I think it works out well for us, but there has to be an intention to play a certain way from United in this game this evening, in terms of we cannot just pass the ball around in front of Everton. They're going to lap it up, they're going to soak it up, and then they're going to hit us. They're going to hit Ndiaye, they're going to hit their forwards, they're going to go for us on the break, and that's what we've got to be careful of. Obviously, Dewsbury Hall is going to be key for Everton tonight. We've said this before, and I do think that when it comes to it, I think Manchester United have to try and take the game to Everton and score the first goal tonight. I think that's imperative. I think any sort of hope that Everton have got is based off them scoring the first goal, like at Old Trafford. And if United do get the first goal, then I think we're in control. I think we've actually got control of this game, and we can then play the way that we want to throughout the rest of the game. But that's my lineup there anyway. The record, I mean, just bring you up a few more bits of information as well, which when you look at it, the form of Manchester United compared to Everton, obviously we're looking at the home form in particular of Everton. The bookies have Man United down there comfortably as an away win, 49%, 25 the draw. Manchester United looking at 74% to take something from the game, at least from the bookies. United's form we all know about under Carrick, the last 5 games, there's the 4 wins and obviously the draw. And obviously Everton are a bit hit and miss. Their home form, they've not been great. I think the last time they won was the 7th of December at home. They've only won 4 games at home all season. They haven't been good at the Hill Dickinson Stadium so far. They haven't fully adapted yet. Their best form has come away from home. And as you can see on that list there of head-to-head games, Everton away to Manchester United with 10 men got that 1-0 win. Obviously, last season, it was one of Ruben Amorim's first games at Old Trafford, 4-0. But United's record at Goodison hasn't been the greatest over the last few years. And there, again, last season, 2-2. Remember, it was good from United. We did come back from behind to claim a point in that game. Remember, Agate, Bruno Fernandes. It was important that Manchester United got that point at that time. I remember it well. I thought we were well and truly beaten in that game. I don't think it's going to go that way tonight. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game, this one. I really don't think it will be. And that, I think, is why I went with the predictions that I went with. And don't forget, everybody, make sure that you do get your predictions in on our prediction game. We're running it alongside the watch along tonight. You will be redirected to the watch along ready for later, so you know exactly what time we're starting. 7 o'clock on the dot. We're going to be in here. We're going to be getting ready for the game, and hopefully the majority of you can join us for the watch along. I'm really looking forward to football being back and being able to watch the game again this evening. It seems like a lifetime. But in terms of the predictions as well, everybody, as you can see, they're your options again in there. I've already done mine. I've put mine in now. I'm part of that leaderboard now. Everyone is starting to get theirs in now. The leaderboard is growing. I think we are over 40 now, I think it is. Let me just check. Let's have a scroll up on here now. Yeah, we are starting to really get plenty of people in. But don't forget, we want to get, if we can, around about 70 people in. That would break our record for participants in the game. I want to get someone from FUTV winning that 25k. And if you have got predictions in and you're on this leaderboard, then you're in the draw at the end of the month for that 25k. Your options are all there. All you have to do is click the link in the live chat or the top link in the description to this video to enter the competition. Now, you will also be with a chance of winning one of the tops from OK Jerseys. 5 people will be drawn out of the hat and announced tomorrow. And then you can pick any top that you want from the OK Jersey store. You will be given a free link and code to use on that. So thank you to OK Jerseys, our matchday sponsors, for giving us them prizes as well. So you're in that draw also. And of course, you could wager yourself up on this one and get yourself a little win, maybe. You can play the game for free, don't forget. If you are playing for the first time, you get 500 big bucks, the equivalent of $5 to spend on the game if you like. And if you have been playing for a while, you will be getting bonuses sent through to you for consistent play as well. So you can use that on the game if you like again. But it is a great chance of winning a prize alongside watching United win tonight. Come on, Reds. And please do get involved there and join the fun later on. We're kickstarting our live watch along at 7 o'clock tonight. So make sure that you're there for that. And we'll be updating you all on everything that's going on in the game on the Action Prediction League, and you will see your leaderboard adjust and move as the game goes on. So let's see if we can get some lucky predictions in tonight, everyone. That being said, on that, back to the game itself again. I'm going to get into the comments now on that first part. In terms of Sesko, everybody, would you? That's what I want to know. Would you go in and put Sesko in the team? I'll give it long enough there. We've got quite a few comments in. Let's see what people are actually saying. It's a toss-up between Ahmad and Cunha. Who gets left out for Sesko, says Stephanie. Tonight, Carrick and the players must prove the good results were not just a bounce, and not about a bounce, and we've really turned the corner. It's true. I mean, a lot of people will be holding them up on this evening in terms of prove to us that that wasn't a flash in the pan. Few weeks under Michael Carrick and a new manager bounce. They really have taken to Carrick. They really do understand him, like all the stories say, and they really are going to put in the absolute maximum for Manchester United and are going to get the win tonight. It's massive. I've said it before. I don't mind going on and repeating myself again on this because it is so important. And if you haven't watched the shows recently over the last few days, I said that this win tonight, if we got it, would be huge because it just completely cancels out West Ham. It proves that we just got something wrong in that game. Adapted, learned, came back and won again. That then would be 5 wins in 6. Manchester United 3 clear of Chelsea and Liverpool in 5th and 6th in the table. And of course, 3 points behind Aston Villa. It is 3, or is it 2 points? Let me just double check that. Into Chelsea, Villa are on 58. Manchester United will go on 48. 3 points indeed behind Villa. Don't forget, I said it before. I said it in the intro. Villa and Chelsea play each other next week, midweek, and Chelsea have got Arsenal this weekend. Arsenal are buoyant. If United can beat Everton, if United can beat Crystal Palace, we could be this weekend, by the end of our next group of games, which is the Newcastle away, we could be 6 points clear of Chelsea with 9 games to go. That starts to tally up. That starts to have an effect then, because Chelsea have got a very difficult run coming up, and it is going to be crucial that Manchester United build up some points and a lead, because it's going to be a tough game at Stamford Bridge when that one comes up. So very important tonight that Manchester United do actually get the points necessary on the board. I think this week in beating Everton and Palace gives us that breathing space, and that could be crucial come the end of the season. Let's not forget also Chelsea's goal difference there. We're level on points with Chelsea right now, and we're only out of that top 4 because of goal difference. Manchester United have Crystal Palace coming up. A couple of wins and we could be clawing all of that goal difference back, because Chelsea have got Arsenal and then Aston Villa, the next 2 games, like I said. So I'm watching Chelsea. If we can pick out one of these teams and look at their running and try and stay ahead of them, it guarantees you Champions League football. And Chelsea are the ones here that I'm looking at and I'm going, drawn the last 2 games, not look good, surrendered leads to poorer opposition, both promoted sides in Leeds and in Burnley, at home as well. Chelsea are buckling a little bit, and these next 2 games for them are absolutely massive. I think we are definitely ahead of Chelsea with the games that we've got left. The importance of having the time in between as well. Don't forget that. Chelsea have the FA Cup. Chelsea have the Champions League and the pressures that that brings. Take advantage now. And when them games come along later on in the mix, in March and April, then Manchester United have got that wiggle room in case things do go wrong. We need to give ourselves that buffer right now while we can. And that's the all-important bit for me. That's where it really, really matters for United now. And I think we can take Chelsea. I think we've got more than enough to beat Liverpool. I think we'll beat Liverpool in May at Old Trafford and end their season. They were lucky yesterday. I've just heard Howard Webb come out and say that that was offside. There was an error and they're looking into it. So Liverpool, yet again, and this has come from the head of the PGMOL, have got away with one yet again and got 3 points out of nowhere through a poor decision. I don't know if it's the technology that's failed or there's something else that's at fault there with the PGMOL and VAR. But Howard Webb has said that there was an error and they're looking into it. The goal should not have stood. So yes, use it. Use it as fuel and go into the game and beat Everton, I would say. And just say we're where we are because we don't need VAR. We don't need it. I know it's one of them banter conversations and we're just winding Liverpool fans up a little bit with that. But still, Manchester United have it all in their own hands. And we've had some absolutely shocking decisions against us this season. And with that, it just proves that Michael Carrick, again, is getting more and more out of this team. And I think has proved that he can do the job. In other news as well, some big quotes and comments coming out from Rob Dawson from ESPN. Just to keep you fully updated on everything that's going on in the news as well on this match day, as we always do here on Forever United TV. Talking quite a bit, actually, about a few different things. Again, there's another report here that's come out and it's being said by a few people. Now, I'm just going to read through everything that's actually been mentioned throughout the day. Bruno Fernandes say he's certain to stay at United if they get Champions League football next season. The player is said to be as upbeat and positive as he's been for some time at the club, having formed a close working relationship with Carrick. There is a big charm offensive for Michael Carrick. There really is. And there's more and more coming out. Michael Carrick does not want Marcus Rashford to return to the football club. He would rather trust in the pathway of the academy that has also been said. And what is happening now with everything else going on, and there's another piece here from Graham Bailey, and this obviously does impact Michael Carrick again, who says Thomas Tuchel would have been open to the prospect of taking the reins at United, viewing the club as the dream project at this stage of his career. The FA quickly intervened by offering him 2 more years after the World Cup, seeing Manchester United's interest. So the FA moved because Tuchel was ready to go to United. I feel like United thought Tuchel would have wanted the job. And now he's signed that contract with England. I think you're seeing more and more news come out about Michael Carrick. I think you're seeing more and more come out from the club and leaks from the club in terms of Manchester United's hopefuls and their candidates for the job now winning away and looking more and more likely to be seeing Michael Carrick in charge there. I mean, there's lots of reports out today regarding, and as I said this from Rob Dawson as well, I'll read through a few of these. Under Amrim, young players would often only find out in the morning if they were needed to make up the numbers with the first team in training, that is. On one occasion, Bruno Fernandes approached Amrim and his staff to suggest that one young player should be getting more opportunities. That kind of intervention is unlikely to be needed under Carrick, who has taken it upon himself to get up to speed quickly on which prospects are progressing well. Really good there, I think, in terms of Carrick and the effects he's having there. There's another piece here from Rob Dawson. Listen to this. This is interesting as well. Previously on Solskjaer's staff at United, Carrick was hurt by the Norwegians' 2021 sacking. As interim manager for 3 games, he urged self-reflection, starting with himself, a similar approach he's taking now. He impressed Omar Barad, Jason Wilcox with his composure during talks, clearly interested but not desperate. He stayed quiet, thoughtful, negotiations, and even after his candidacy leaked, going silent in friends, WhatsApp groups, so on and so forth. After leaving Middlesbrough last summer, he focused on his charitable foundation and punditry. He had to cancel TV appearances for the Manchester derby because he was on the touchline instead. Yes, you was, mate. We all remember it. Those close to him believe only the United job would lure him back full time, especially after he showed little interest in Wolves' vacancy in November. For many ex-Ferguson era players, the chance to return to United is impossible to refuse. Boom. That is big there. That is absolutely massive, that piece there from Rob Dawson. That's saying about Michael Carrick's intent and where he's at right now. His friends talking about it as well. I think that's big. I think that is also big. So then bits of news coming out in and around the game today. Obviously, we want to concentrate more on the game, but you're up to date with all of the other news there and stories coming out. It's all leading towards Michael Carrick. And obviously, if the football goes well, I fully believe that he will get the job full time. Just quickly on the situation at Everton, David Moyes said he did have good news regarding fitness. The Jake O'Brien is unavailable after his red card against Bournemouth. Jack Grealish, I think, is the only injured player. So O'Brien and Grealish are out for Everton. Seamus Coleman is fit and available, providing the experience factor for them. And of course, Idrissa Gana Gueye, who got sent off against Manchester United, is obviously back in at the team. Iliman and Dye, their major one, are all expected to start the game as well. So almost full strength for David Moyes, which is a concern, obviously, a big concern. Well, you don't want anyone to be at full strength, by the way. It's Casemiro's birthday today. I only just realised that. That's been sent to me now. I had no idea. I think today's all set up for a United win and a birthday celebration for Casemiro later on this evening. What we saying, Reds? Let's get some more of your comments in there, please, everyone. Let me know what you're thinking and give me your thoughts, please, on the game, all the news, everything else that we've just spoken about. So you're completely up to date. Do United get the win for Casemiro this evening? I fully expect Casemiro to be in that starting lineup and playing tonight, by the way. I think is he now first team on the team sheet, first name on the team sheet. I think he's playing that well. I think Casemiro has to be first name on the team sheet right now. So many players there. It's like that Bruno story that we just read out there. There seems to be a completely different environment around Manchester United now. And it's one that the players, I think, are feeding into and are feeling a lot more confident in. I really hope they get the result tonight for that, because it just backs it up a little bit more, doesn't it? It gives it that little bit more oomph about it. And I think we can fully believe. If we get the win tonight, I think this fan base fully turns on into, we're going to do this. I think that's how big a game and result this could be tonight for United. Let's get some of your thoughts on this anyway. Pundit KD says prediction is a 2-0 or 3-1 win to Manchester United. Pete wishing Casemiro happy birthday there. I'll never forgive the FA if we win the World Cup with a German in charge. Sorry, but for me, it tightens it. It does, you reckon? I don't know. I don't think there's England fans too worried. As long as we win the World Cup. As long as we win the World Cup. Jem's there in the chat. Don't forget to give the video a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. If you're enjoying the content, everybody, we did promise you a absolute jam-packed day full of content. This is our second live stream of the day. Of course, we are going to be live later for the watch-along that starts at 7 tonight, everybody. So make sure that you're there for that. Then I'll have my reaction to it afterwards. So, yeah, busy day. Keep your comments coming in. Let's see what else we've got in here as well. Does anybody ever get the sack after making all of these league-defining mistakes? Oh, is that on league-defining mistakes? I'm not sure. I mean, you mean in terms of the PGMOL? It's ridiculous, Greg. Really. Like I said, my reaction last night to it, watching it, I was like, this is absolutely scandalous. And I made the point of like Gabriel and that dive, and that would have been 2-2. Cheating their way to get into back into form. That's a different game. And Liverpool, again, it's all about discretion. It's all about whoever's looking at the technology rather than the technology judging it. I said it before. Semi-automated offsides, when I'm watching them in the World Cup, bang, straight away. I'm hearing what it is and we're seeing what the answer is. Offside. The Premier League, it takes 5 minutes for a so-called offside to be judged. Infuriating. And for Howard Webb to come out and say they're looking into it, there is an error. Oh my God. Like, seriously? Get it sorted. It's embarrassing. It really is. I hope it doesn't come back at the end of the season to have an effect on things. Because you look at both ends of the table. That's Liverpool getting Champions League. And it could be Nottingham Forest being relegated. I said it before. I said it last night. I'm not bothered about either one of them sides. But these are how important these decisions are now. And they're getting them wrong. Continuously. Yeah, I got you, mate. Cheers, Greg, on that one. It's just VAR mistakes are cancelling each other out, given that Newcastle were also robbed. I didn't see the Newcastle one, mate. I'll have to have a little check of that one. Adam, would you prefer Carricks lineup to be according to Everton's style of play? No, look, I think you've got to give respect to the opposition. And give them their dues, obviously. David Moyes is a very, very experienced manager now, and he knows how to get results. He does. He's already done it against Manchester United this season. It's the same squad of players that we had against Everton when Ruben Amorim balls that result up, and the players balls it up. I think tonight you have to look at what Everton's setup's going to be. I think it's not so much the players and the formation. It's the intent and the style of play and the instruction of how we're going to attack. Defensively, I think we'll be sound. I think we know what we're doing. I think the shape and the structure is good. It's how we attack. Passing the ball around in the middle of the park where it's all congested like we did against West Ham, it's not going to work tonight. And I pray that Michael Carrick's learnt from that. And he did say in that interview afterwards, we could have put the ball in the box a little bit more. Yeah, damn right he could have. Because the 2 free crosses that came in, one was from a corner and Shaw nearly scored, cleared off the line. One was to Xerxes, who headed it an inch wide of the post. And yes, the other one was from Mbumo to Sesko, which got us the equaliser. It was there for everybody to see how Man United won that game. Sometimes you find a way. If you go and play a different way, you get that goal, it opens the game up, and then your other style of play can creep in then. There's a plan A, B, C, D. At this level, there has to be different phases, and they would have worked on that throughout the week, I am sure. So the overloads, maybe the fullbacks do come into play tonight. I just mentioned them before. Maybe Dello does come into play. The overlap on that right-hand side, crossing the ball in first time. I don't think he's got a great delivery on him, but just put the ball in the danger zone, in the 6-yard box, in there, in between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box. That's Sesko zone. He scored so many goals from there already this season. Get it in there, and you know he's got at least a 70% chance of getting above everybody else in that box, because he's an absolute giant. He will officially, I think he is the tallest man on the pitch. He's got the biggest jump. If you put the ball in that area, you have got a good chance of getting a result out of it. It's about the delivery, I think. And it's about not just the delivery in terms of the cross, but the delivery and how we play. I think that's what Man United need to work on more tonight. So the lineup takes care of itself. It's the way we play, I think, is more important tonight anyway. Should be taken the points away, says Irish, regarding the Liverpool fiasco. Maybe, it's never going to happen, is it? Can you imagine the stink kick up if someone had points taken away? People don't ever get sacked from the PGMOL, but their decisions could get other managers sacked. That's the irony of it, isn't it? It's bad. I don't want to watch walking football tonight like at West Ham against a low block. We need to up the tempo against like other clubs do. Yeah, Everton are going to come out for another cup final tonight, by the way. We need to be fully prepared for what is coming, and I think it's going to be a tough all night. I think patience is going to be absolutely crucial tonight for Manchester United. It's going to be a tough one. Everton are very physical. The only manager I'll trust to manage this game is Amrin, because he knows David Moyes' tactics. You would trust him even after he couldn't beat him with 10 men, Nico? Yeah, I don't agree with that one, mate. I would not trust Ruben Amorim to beat David Moyes with this one. I don't even know why you brought that comment up there, my friend. But the proof is there. The proof is in the pudding. The eating was the fact that Manchester United couldn't beat a 10-man David Moyes with 70-plus minutes to play. So, no, completely disagree with that one. Let's see what we've got else in here. I think the West Ham game... there was also the pressure of 5 in a row. It shouldn't have ever been a pressure of 5 in a row. It's Man United winning football matches. They cannot allow United and the whole atmosphere around the game to be determined by something that's going on social media. And I'm guessing that's what it was. We beat Everton 4-0. Oh, so we're going back to last season now. Is that okay, Nico? I get what you're saying, mate. Yes, we did. And like Ruben said in that game, we were lucky as well in that game. But look, if you want to go back to last season, then go back to last season. I'm talking about this season. And no, I would not trust Ruben Amorim, because David Moyes, like you said, mate, learns. Ruben Amorim didn't. And that's how he beat us at Old Trafford. That's the difference. So no, new challenge for Michael Carrick tonight. And of course, we're all hoping that he can get over that hurdle. And hopefully, after a poor performance against West Ham, we do bounce back from it. Want some score predictions in there, please, everybody. Get in there now and give me your predictions on the game this evening. I want scores. I want first goal scorers as well. Get into the comment section now. Also, please give the video a like, everybody. We're almost over that 100 like mark, which is fantastic. Thank you. Let's get your thoughts in. Let's see. Our forwards must prove they've learnt to break down that type of opposition starting tonight. Early goal tonight would be absolute gold, wouldn't it? That is one way that you do get behind a low block. Catch them while they're cold, get the early goal, and that definitely disrupts any game plan. The longer the game goes on, the more it benefits Everton. And that's my worry, that's my concern anyway. Lots of positivity around the results, by the way. 2-0 United, 3-1 Manchester United coming in so far. Take a 1-0 right now, says Chris. 2-0 and Bumo and Sesko. 3-2 United. Ooh, that is going to be an interesting one. Don't forget, everybody, get your predictions in our prediction league now. They're up on your screen again there. I want to try and build this leaderboard up to at least 70 this evening. That would break our record. We're on track. We have got a few in there now. We're into the 40s now. So hoping for a few more to come in. We need about 26 now. The rest of today, get your predictions in, people, now. Dead easy to do. All you need to do to get on that leaderboard is pick 2 predictions from the 6 that are on screen right now, which is Brian and Bumo will score a goal, yes or no. Bruno Fernandes to get a goal or an assist, yes or no. Illiman and Dai to have 1 shot on target, yes or no. There will be over 3.5 goals, so 4 goals minimum in the game, yes or no. There will be over 10 corners in the game, yes or no. And, of course, there will be at least 2 goals before half-time, yes or no. Pick 2 of them to be on our leaderboard. Wager yourself up if you want to enter the game. You can play it for free, of course, and be in there with a chance of winning. Not just a prize from OK Jerseys. You could win if you do, like I said. Wager yourself up on the game. Give yourself a chance of winning something. Of course, if you're on that leaderboard, you're in the 25 grand draw, which is announced at the end of each month throughout the season, courtesy of Big Up as well, our partners with the prediction game. We will be dual streaming it on Big Up and YouTube tonight, everybody, so you can keep a track of all of your predictions throughout the game as well. I think tonight, I've got a feeling, I'm just going to say this now, Ahmad's going to have a night tonight. I think everyone else, Ahmad's been good, don't get me wrong. But everyone's had that moment so far. Sesko and Bumo, Bruno, Cunha, all of our big forwards have had that moment, that goal. I think tonight it's an Ahmad night tonight. I really do think that he will shine. Watch this now. Sesko come in and Ahmad will be on the on the bench. You never know. He might come on off the bench. I think substitutes, again, they've already been shown so far under Michael Carrick to be absolutely crucial when it comes to us picking up all of these points recently. The bench is just as important as the starting lineup tonight. Massive impact from Manchester United's substitutes so far this season. And hopefully we don't need that to happen. But I'm still hopeful that someone will come off the bench and have a huge impact on the game. Pete says 3-0 if Dalot doesn't play. That's harsh, but hey, look, not confident in Dalot. Not the only one. We need to stop conceding so many goals. We have to keep it tight. I mean, Michael Carrick has got as many clean sheets as Ruben did in his time so far this season. We haven't conceded many. It was a sloppy one against West Ham. I thought we should have got a clean sheet in that game. Clean sheet wins us the game tonight, I think, anyway, because I think we'll sneak a goal. I don't think there'll be many goals in it, like I said, but I think a clean sheet, you get the win tonight. There's no way this is going to be a 0-0 draw. I think the firepower should definitely win the day for Manchester United. And like I said, off the bench, we've got firepower. I think Xerxes there. If Mount's back, Mount's there, obviously. And you've got, of course, whoever of the forwards is going to be off the pitch. It might even be Sesko on the bench again. We don't know yet. Carrick might just stay with what he's known so far and keeping, I think it's a 4th game in a row with the same team it could possibly be. Maybe. I don't think so, but you never know. You never know. Ant in the chat says, I hope our coaching staff have drilled this side to work against a low block, speed of play alongside movement off the ball, creating overlapping fullbacks, give more crosses into the box. I think we're all hoping that, Ant, and you nailed it there again. Another one coming in. Overlapping fullbacks, get out wide and cross that ball. If Sesko is playing, then we have got a chance. We have had a poll running all throughout the show. Start Sesko tonight, and 88% of you have said yes on that poll. Absolutely crazy. By the way, on the Prediction League, the link to enter it is in the live chat and top of the description for this video, everybody. So make sure that you click on that to enter. Thank you for all the likes, everyone, as well. We have just gone over the 100 mark. We're hoping for a big crowd tonight on the watch along, so please do make sure that you are tuned in and ready to go at 7. We're going to do a big build up to the game. The team lineup will be out by then as well, and we can start looking forward to how Manchester United try, like everyone in the chat is saying here, dissect that low block, which is coming tonight. We know it is. I've tried countless times to join the prediction game. I send my email in, I get a message saying I've been sent a code, but I never receive it. That's interesting, mate. If you are on Big Up, then please do put a message on the main page, on the lobby page, if you can, mate. And I will try and sort that out for you, Colin. I do apologise. But if you could, I'll try and sort that out today for you, matey, so you can actually get on the game. But that is our show this afternoon, everyone. The full build-up is there. I'll give you my team. I'll give you my thoughts. I'll give you my prediction. I'm going 1-0 Man United. I think Ahmad will get the winner, and we'll go away with the 3 points. I would not be surprised with any result tonight, though. I say that on every game, but I'm confident. I am confident that Manchester United can get this job done tonight. I think we have got enough in it. Quickly, just another one on sources in and around the club on Michael Carrick news. There's a lot coming out from Rob Dawson today. According to sources around the club, Michael Carrick has been so focused on the day-to-day job that he has already strayed into long-term planning. For example, he has had no conversation about the possibility of bringing back Marcus Rashford this summer. The academy is an exception because he considers promoting youth team players an important club value. Shea Lacey is one of his favourites. That's the story going out at the bottom of your screen as well at the moment. Carrick is not interested in Marcus Rashford coming back. He's interested in promoting the academy players and being fully invested in their developments at the football club. That's Manchester United DNA. That's forward thinking and planning. And if he gets Champions League, will be what I think gets him the job over everyone else that is available. I'll finish with that. Thank you, everybody, for being part of the show this lunchtime. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Look forward to seeing you all later at 7 o'clock. Make sure you get your comments in on this video with your predictions. Get into the Predictions League on that link. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed the content. And make sure you hit the subscribe button so you know when we're starting all of these shows and you're fully up to date with the schedule. And I'll see you all later on this evening.